Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power. Real
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of other stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power. Real
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of other stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power. Real
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of other stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power. Real
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of other stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, This is your Loud Cow Pride. Listen to Pride. Well, let me check if yep. Let me get this up here. And I'll react to this, and I might react to, if I have enough time, to the Daily Flap.
What's up, everyone? It's DSP. If you're seeing this video, more than likely you know what's going on. I used to have a channel on YouTube called DarkSydePhil. Extremely popular, had over 76 million views, had just about to hit 60,000 subscribers, and then YouTube shut me down.
Oh.
You might have heard about multiple locales.
No, you're not DSP. You don't talk so. Go back to normal. Alright. I have the link in the down, so if we want to watch this whole thing, I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but I am gonna go to his channel. Make sure you like and sub. If you like people talking about loud cows, please like and sub.
Like Nikocado Avocado, Chris Chan, and Boogie2988 for their ridiculous clout farming takes. But if you don't know about DSP, aka DarkSydePhil, you're seriously missing out on a lot.
Fucking enough. My life has been systematically fucked up year after year by people fucking with me. I can't get sponsorships. I can't get.
I don't like he. That really look like he just shaved his beard or his fucking goatee and like real spot.
Get all the same opportunities every other full-time streamer gets because of you pieces of fucking shit trying to ruin my life.
DSP isn't your regular YouTube streamer. He's the ultimate mix of unbeatable delusion. Self-worship syndrome.
Shut the up. I'm not taking your shit. I don't care who the it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the up and eat it.
And
eat it.
And I'm gonna ban every single dunce who says it too. Goodbye.
You look like you're drunk.
You're so dumb. There we go. You, and you.
And that's before we even get into his long history of racism, toxic outbursts, and relentless e-begging, each of which could fill an entire documentary on its own. Let's start with DSP's well-known habit of demeaning and insulting his fans. At least that's what they call themselves. But honestly, no sane person would watch his videos for the sake of watching something meaningful and dare to consider themselves as his fans.
I said right up front at the beginning of the stream, do not spoil WrestleMania for anyone. He just spoiled a major match on WrestleMania in the stream chat, so you're banned now. You.
And if his treatment of fans wasn't bad enough, his own inflated ego only adds fuel
to the
just
fire. Time the person out.
Over-the-top delusion has kicked him out of reality and made him think that he is some kind of master in the video game space. But the reality is far from it, because DSP is nothing more than a wannabe gamer pretending to be a pro, and the moment his reality slips out, he melts down on both his fans and viewers.
Of course, we got people in the stream chat being, it's all on you, Phil. It's all on you. Blatantly, you were killed. You didn't see it? No, I saw me attacking 2 zombies.
However, the truth is, DSP can't handle the slightest bit of criticism from his fans during a live stream.
Yeah, well, I can
everything Phil's ever done wrong in his 15+ years on the internet. That's not how it works. That's not fair. You're a bunch of bitches. Every one of you's a little coward. Really?
Why?
You're all nobodies. The people who do that shit.
In fact, at one point, he flipped the switch and...
Why people like DSP give a fuck? I mean, really. I'm not. If you watch my main channel, you know, my eyes kind of waddle in the morning. So I, because of it, sleeping and get grease because you're sweating. So I could wipe my face down. I'm sorry about that, my dude. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Locked his chat to subscribers only, all while throwing cheap shots at the very people who supported him.
I see everyone arguing with my girlfriend instead of talking about the game, and I've had enough. So we're gonna put it in sub-only mode, and now none of you can f***ing talk since you can't act your age or act mature, and you all want.
That I don't have that like have follow only, sub only. I don't get that much on YouTube, but I do get on Kick and Twitch. People going on your chat, but still do that. Love it. Stop, like a lot of them go and say, "Hey, if we go to my Discord, I can help you blow up." And all that shit. And say, they just say the same fucking shit. I mean, we say the same fucking shit, but I don't get that on YouTube.
To argue with my girlfriend, now you can just have no chat. How about that?
Whenever he felt like it, he would spend hours and hours in long, toxic outbursts against his viewers, even throwing threats their way without a second thought.
So bad, it's so bad. So what's your better idea? Do an IRL stream so everyone can call the cops on you. Go f*** yourself.
And what triggered it all? Just his viewers daring to call him out for stuffing his videos with too much
Dude, why he get so fucking bent
monetization.
out of
At
shape?
one point, YouTuber Ardenus made a meme out of Phil. It came from one of his infamous rage fits. In that clip, Phil went off about why he'd do bad things to his own audience.
A lot of idiots, of course. Oh my god, Phil should disable all ads on all videos where he ever mentions his friend. You know what? Shut the fuck up. Seriously. Like, that's what this is about, right? Because that's why I'm doing it.
But honestly,
I
this
should
wasn't some
play
rare
the
meltdown.
Spider-Man
It was just Phil
Shadow
being
shit.
Phil. His aggressive rants and humiliating behavior are nothing new. They have been with him for quite a while, especially ever since he began his career on YouTube.
Guess what? Now there's no more arguments. No more. Dumb f***s. Now we can all concentrate on the game, which is what you should have been concentrating on to f***ing begin with. Immature assholes. Jesus.
DarkSydePhil, who was originally known as Philip Paul Burnell, was brought up in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
But I probably do in like a short while. Because I'm still kind of fighting over a cold. I didn't know I didn't have enough liquids, well, with Baja Blast, so I kind of am empty, so I probably have to get some water. I drink like maybe 1-2 liter each weekend, maybe every other weekend. I don't drink that much pop, besides maybe one and maybe a couple cans a week.
Throughout his early years, Philip went to different private schools and then eventually became a finance graduate.
Dude,
On
you look
paper,
like
it
you got
looked like
man
he'd become a
boobs
working
back
professional.
then.
In reality, though, Phil's true obsession was video games.
Hello everyone, DSP here. Bet you're probably shocked that we're finally meeting face to face, although you kind of look like my camera, which is a little odd. But anyway, just kind of wanted to throw this out there. I know that thousands of people have been freaking out. What does DSP look like? Why does he not show his face?
He was often spotted at arcades, glued to gaming machines like Street Fighter, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Mortal Kombat. But it wasn't just his gaming that people noticed. It was his strange, aggressive attitude towards every other person around him, and that same ego ended up following him everywhere.
DSP, stop recording. No one gets to play. You can't hold up a tournament. If the DSP to report this match is disqualified.
Where am I playing? You still haven't told me. Jesus Christ.
It even showed up during his competitive gaming
What?
days. He got
What
his
happened?
first official recognition when he participated in the every other person around him, and that same ego ended up following him everywhere.
DSP, stop recording. No one gets
Years, Philip went to different private schools and then eventually became a finance graduate. On paper, it looked like he'd become a working professional. In reality, though, Phil's true obsession was video games.
Hello everyone, DSP here. Bet you're probably
I went too
shocked
far back.
that we're finally meeting face to face, although you kind of look like my camera, which is a little odd. But anyway, just kind of wanted to throw this out there. I know that Thousands of people have been freaking out. What does DSP look like? Why does he not show his
I don't think
face?
someone
He was
was
often spotted at
freaking out.
arcades, glued to gaming machines like Street Fighter, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Mortal Kombat. But it wasn't just his gaming that people noticed. It was his strange, aggressive attitude towards every other person around him, and that same ego ended up following him everywhere.
DSP, stop recording. No one gets to play. You can't hold up a tournament. Hey, for DSP to report this match was disqualified.
Where am I playing? You still haven't told me. Jesus Christ.
It even showed up during his competitive gaming days. He got his first official recognition when he participated in the EVO 2005 Championship Series for Street Fighter II Turbo.
Been doing
By
this
some
for
stroke of luck,
fucking
he managed to
long
land
time.
4th place, right behind 3 Japanese players. For Philip, this was like climbing Mount Everest. He was over the moon, convinced he had proven himself as the best American Street Fighter player. But outside his little bubble, not everyone was impressed.
Well, the
In
3
fact, plenty
people
of people saw
ahead
it
of
for what it
me
really was. Phil barely
having the
scraping by
first
and riding an
place,
ego trip off a single
so the
performance,
second loser.
and that too for the right reasons. The version of Street Fighter used in EVO 2005 was highly problematic, to say the least. It had some inaccuracies and gameplay quirks, making it a bug-ridden flopped version, and perhaps an easy way to secure a winning place.
Third Strike, or Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, had several different differences from the arcade version that a lot of people eventually forgot about because everyone just got used to the console versions and played that. But Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo by far had a bad run when it came to console versions.
For this reason, many top video game players boycotted the championship tournament. One top competitor, Alex Valle, had announced that he would attend the tournament.
didn't look
It wasn't
old
because
as
he wanted to
shit.
prove himself, but to keep the
Even back
undeserving
then.
players from receiving the winning titles. However, Alex had to cancel his plans last minute because of his personal commitments.
Synonymous, the Mike Watsons, the Alex Valles, the John Choi's, none of them were the people who were really playing. It was other people who were playing and trying to basically learn the differences between PS1 Super Turbo and Arcade Super Turbo. So when we actually played in the tournament, we know what we were doing.
And when Phillips tried to soak up the glory from his 4th place finish, the
Go
critics
at
weren't buying
18.
it. Instead of taking the feedback, Phil did what Phil does best. He snapped. He lashed out at anyone questioning him, bragging about his talent long after the event was over.
I mean, the whole internet beef with the whole ST thing, man. I mean, we've already talked about it. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, how about you let these people know the real Phil, the real reason for the hate. Let them know.
The real reason for that is people just have massive disrespect. I mean, for years these same guys are on top, and yes, I'm talking about John Choi, I'm talking about Alex Valle, playing ST, placing, okay, they're good, but to disrespect the
I'm setting up. God damn, look how bad
people that
the
got top 8 at
graphics
Evolution
is.
to make excuses because it's on console, it's ridiculous.
Philip continued to participate in other tournaments for the next 2 years. However, he never managed to win any of the
Back
tournaments,
then.
which ultimately put him in his place. Philip's true skill level in gaming was starting to show. Skilled players began openly mocking his performance.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but this guy thought he was hot shit because he beat me and Choi in a game that was like, it's like a Neo Geo conversion of Street Fighter or some crap, dude.
And this way, Philip officially backed off from participating in any other gaming tournaments. Instead, his focus shifted to something else. It was around the same time that he had turned towards YouTube as a way to display his gameplay to others. In 2007, many...
He really dressed up like a chick? What the fuck? Holy fuck. Miss DSP. Yeah, or fucking Miss DSP Madi. Oh, he's not gonna be that fucking feisty.
Video game players began uploading their gaming videos on YouTube with their commentary in the background. They named these videos Let's Play. Philip was one of them. He launched his channel under the name DarkSydePhil. His videos were
DarkSydePhil.
of him playing and talking over the gameplay. Although his skills were pretty unprofessional, his loud commentary and game choices drew in a decent following, but not everyone was impressed. Plenty of people were put off by his aggressive tone, unfiltered rants, and blunt attitude.
How do you like the beatdown, my friend? Yes, my friend. You will take the beatdown, my friend.
This is where he self-proclaimed the title of King of Hate. It was largely because he claimed that his trolls were often chasing him with hate and criticism, And for him, this was the perfect opportunity to use that hate to fuel himself. He posed himself as someone who takes all the hate and keeps going. Though in reality, Philip has a thin skin and is unable to accept that his own personality is the reason he gets so much hate. Though the real issue is his ability to perceive everything, including subtle constructive criticism, as a personal attack on his self-proclaimed superiority. If someone, even a fan, shared a suggestion on how to make his content better, he would lose it. He'd call them a jealous hater, or as he loves to say,
You're jealous hater. You hate me.
He would throw them on his block list.
They're so angry that they can't do that in their life, but I've been able to. That's
I can say other cows will play games. You're just a hater. You actually do shit, but I'm on the cows fucking play fucking video game.
At one point, and all of a sudden I'm the guy that everyone likes to rag on, but.
Hey, Zoe, again. I can get some water. My throat is getting dry. And I tried to kill, let's say, this girl with some booze. Not really helping. Well, I think it killed most of it, but I still got that little tickle. I'm back. I'm sorry.
Why is it really? And that's what it is when I reached that peak of popularity, that was it. Everyone turned on me because how dare this guy do things differently?
But that's hardly the worst part. Philip actually believed he deserved the same level of fame as PewDiePie. But the man flat out refused to improve his content. No editing, no effort, no creativity.
The funny part is I never watched a PewDiePie. But I know a lot. I know fucking who he is.
Just the same old raw clips. It's like he thought success was owed to him just for showing up. The level of delusion here is unreal. Like he had zero self-awareness about why people weren't sticking around.
Understand that this is going to be some of my fans, okay? I fully understand that. You need to understand if you did that, you are an idiot, okay? You are actually
Why do you call your fan idiot?
To plainly say it. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to actually explain to you how stupid you are so that you'll realize it. Right up front, when I started with Assassin's Creed 3 in the first video, the first thing I said was, we didn't plan on this.
At the time, Philip worked at a helicopter support company, but he lost that job, which he blames on downsizing or restructuring. After that, he turned to YouTube full-time. He began uploading all kinds of game videos every single day. His channel pulled in tens of thousands of views, which was a big deal back then. But instead of improving his content, Philip chose to spam his channel. He wouldn't post one polished 30-minute video. Instead, he would chop it into a dozen 10-minute clips. This would flood people's feeds. For him, it was always about quantity over quality. And if it were a fighting game playthrough, the clips would be even shorter, just
right here, what is that?
3 to 5 minutes long. That only depended on whether Philip managed to make it to the third round. Instead of editing the matches together into one proper video, he would upload every single match separately. The goal was clear: Make money, not good content. Viewers had to sit through every pointless moment, like when Philip died in the game or had to backtrack. He didn't care that his audience was suffering through all of it.
The hell?
God damn it.
A good cock fucking.
But the real kicker is still to come. Most of Philip's playthroughs were blind runs. This meant that he had absolutely no clue what he was doing in the game. Yet he kept recording anyway. He didn't bother to learn the mechanics, the story, or at the very least the basics. He just jumped in, pressed buttons, and posted it all online. All for the sake of becoming the first YouTuber to upload a playthrough of a newly released game. Philip had a very unusual approach to YouTube. He would upload dozens of videos every single day. Because of this, his videos started getting hundreds of thousands of views. The reason was simple.
Is that
Whenever
the
someone searched for a
portable
game on
game?
YouTube, multiple videos
I mean, on
from
his
Philip's channel
shorts.
would pop up. This pushed people directly onto his channel. That strategy became the main reason he quickly gained 6-digit subscribers.
No
On
game.
the side, Philip also made extra money from his Teespring shop and Patreon account. Philip's earliest career moments weren't
The
easy
hell?
to say the least. Apart from detractors, Philip had one dreadful enemy: copyright. At the time, it was fairly easy for anyone to flag your content for copyright issues, even if there was no such thing. If your channel gets 3 different copyright strikes, your channel will be shut down immediately with no explanation, particularly the case with some newly released games. Now, they would be followed closely, so the copyright holder could easily flag them.
I wouldn't mind
The same
having
kind of
some
deal
pizza
happened
today.
with Philip in early 2010, and his gaming channel nearly came crashing down.
Sorry, I just
Ubisoft
saw
that Philip had uploaded
on his
footage from
show,
their
it
game
would say pizza.
Splinter Cell Conviction.
Yeah,
They
I'm
filed
just
a
thinking
complaint with
pizza.
YouTube, saying it violated copyright. YouTube didn't waste
I got
any
a
time.
fat
They shut down
mind,
his
but
channel
without
completely,
a fat
afraid
body.
that Ubisoft might take serious action against them. Philip and his fans
Got a
complained
little
about it to
gut.
Ubisoft, and that was when the truth came out. Ubisoft shared their statement on their forums, confirming that they never sent any complaint against DarkSydePhil. When YouTube did the verification process on the complainant, they discovered that the person behind it wasn't connected with Ubisoft in any way. Instead, it was a troll who created a fake account pretending to be Ubisoft management, hoping to get his channel down. As a result, Philip's channel was reinstated. But from that moment on, Philip became highly cautious. He didn't want to lose his only source of income and popularity, though it was mostly his detractors. He came up with 2 different options to avoid this issue altogether. First, he started giving his gaming videos the most random and irrelevant titles. For example, he once titled a LA Noire video with guns for LA. Obviously, no one searching the game would ever find that. Other times, he would just make a whole new YouTube channel for every new game he played.
Yeah, it's already installed too. Wow, that's sweet. It actually installed the pack for me. That's pretty cool.
During the same era, he created a YouTube channel named Red Dead DSP for Red Dead Redemption. At the time, Rockstar Games was infamous for issuing aggressive copyright claims over channels for using its games in walkthroughs and Let's Plays.
Oh, that
As if that
sucks.
wasn't enough bad luck, Philip's Red Dead DSP channel eventually got hacked
I
by
didn't know about
random
that.
soccer live streamers. Result, YouTube shut it down entirely, but that didn't stop Philip. He even launched another side channel, DSP Street Fighter, dedicated to fighting games.
What's up? It's DSP. Welcome to my new Street Fighter related channel. This channel is going to be for all things Street Fighter, whether it's game footage, whether...
Well, I do have something like that. My main channel is basically for me playing games, maybe reacting to something, and maybe help you guys with guides. I'm thinking of it, maybe Resident Evil. I mean, right now, but that called Sky Bomb, and this is Loud Cow Pride reacting to Loud Cows, and the Drunken Leprechaun. That was when it first got created for when I play games and drinking, but I on the weekend, every other weekend, sometimes. Well, yeah, sometimes I think I have one drink last weekend. I think I didn't finish my bottle from the week I got paid, and but start drinking on my main channel, and then that kind of died. And now I'm just reacting to, or talk about what we bullshit in the world. Mostly about politics. And Skyline PC is me testing out PC parts, do some builds. I still have to make a video for the 5070 and 5050 cards. But yeah, but I don't have fucking other fucking channel for just certain games.
It's instructional videos, whether it's tutorials on how to do things, whether it's, you know, footage of a tournament that I'm at, tournament gameplay, something like that.
Well, I was thinking of that, but and I think today I'm going to do a shiny only playthrough of Fire Red on the Nintendo Switch.
Since his channel was getting a lot of traction, he requested an AdSense account for his channel's monetization. Once he got approved, instead of playing by the rules, he went straight into breaking them. AdSense's biggest rule was simple: don't beg people to click ads. But Philip ignored that completely.
Oh yeah,
Constantly
I hope he
to check
fucking
out the
did
ads
that.
in his videos so he
That
could make
fucked
money
up.
off them.
I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone.
Ugh.
I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel
Oh, I hit
and
the.
click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want.
I hear he fucking beat the game in weekend and then returned it, so he got his money back. I mean, fuck.
So, you know, anything that you can give back is much appreciated.
And it didn't take long for YouTube to notice this thing in his videos. His account was soon suspended from AdSense, which means he could never monetize his videos or earn from them. His only source of income had been snatched. With no job in hand and financial assets, Philip faced a serious financial crisis at the time.
Everyone's saying, well, Phil, you know, we all know that this past weekend, you know, your Google AdSense accounts got shut down.
He got man booed back then.
We're not looking to do anything anymore on Google with participation. But why can't you just make another partner account? And the answer is you can't. I mean, sure, I could make a new channel. I could make all this new stuff, but the bottom line is this: you need a legal.
He had a lot of
Desperate
toys.
for a way out, he thought he had found himself a clever escape route. He turned toward another platform called Blip.tv. Here, he could also be saved from the copyright strikes and could earn from his playthroughs.
As you know, the past couple days I've been putting videos up on Blip.tv. In just a couple days of using Blip.tv, not only has Blip.tv gone out of their way and contacted me. Now, I didn't solicit this. They actually saw that I put my videos up there. Someone recognized who I was, went to YouTube, saw my videos about me moving some content to Blip.tv, was happy about it, and actually, number one, upgraded my account for free, automatically, and now I'm a pro user who can now upload HD movies to Blip.tv if I so choose.
But of course, Philip being Philip, he couldn't keep it together. Eventually, Blip.tv's banned him too, and not because of copyright this time, but because of his own mouth. His excessive racism against different groups of people finally caught up with him.
In China, they say, rashness brings success to few.
In China, they say, Chiki Chang, Wang, Charlie Chan, Chika Chaka Chunka Cha. Shut the f up. I don't care what they say in China.
And people in the comment section couldn't help but call him out. It's one thing to be...
Fuck, I'm thinking about learning different languages so I can talk to my audience around the world. But well, the beginning of it, I don't see it, but the end, yeah, dude. Because I make up words when I play game if I don't understand what the hell I was saying. I do... Oh, no, not chicken. Like, something like that. Just... Something like just... Oh... Something like just gibberish. Something don't make sense because I don't know what the hell I was saying.
Stereotypical like game does. It's another to actually to be racist and call her Chinky Chan like Phil just did. This already got him fired once from Blip.tv and nearly got him in deep debt when he called a Sikh guy a Muslim, and he still keeps doing it.
I just moved to another state. Any advice? Well, Mariah, what ethnicity are you? That's the question.
What the fuck?
Why do I need to know that?
Yeah, why do you need to know
Unfortunately,
that?
it wasn't the only time that he had shown his racist side to the world. He has been openly bragging about racism since the beginning of his channel. In one of his playthroughs, Philip ironically
don't. Fuck. I wouldn't say I speak the fucking language, man. I just make a joke, kind of saying I really don't know what the hell I was saying. Yeah, I don't. But I really thinking about buckling down and do long multiple language. Right now, I think maybe because anime, Japan, language, and Spanish.
that he hated real racism, while justifying that his racist jokes were okay.
Very bad.
It's very bad.
One of the girls who work here.
One of the girls.
She has been gone for days.
Her name is
I fear
Ning Ling Shidibing.
It pisses me off and disturbs me because I hate racism. I really hate real racism.
Philip even managed to hit rock bottom by humiliating someone who is just trying to play a game with him. Honestly, it's not shocking.
But you fucking make a lot of racist jokes. You hate what? The fuck? That don't make no sense.
Because Philip consistently managed to outdo himself in the worst ways possible.
This is my last game for the set, and I have some stuff to do, so... What fucking kind of gibberish is that? Where are you from, Yemen?
There.
You sound... I don't... Oana? You sound like... I think Oana is the one with the Ghost Haku the Hoot Job. I don't know. I'm not good at names. I can't tell you most of the fucking countries out there. Name.
Hundreds of clips showing Philip aggressively bragging about his racist behavior online. He did this without any fear or concern for anyone's feelings. Of course, we can't show every single clip. But trust us, the pile is endless.
Video games at one point were synonymous with Nintendo, and I'm sorry, but Nintendo fanboys are the most hardcore fanboys on the planet Earth. They will defend Nintendo no matter what wrongs they do, right? They will defend Nintendo.
Philip's general target.
He hate Nintendo with a passion, but he would buy Nintendo. Fucking all the top. He tried to get into Nintendo Switch too. I haven't even fucking got a Nintendo Switch too. I'm gonna get one, but because I like Pokemon, so.
Target of racism is Asian, and most commonly people.
I think Pokemon is worth spending like $500 on a system.
From China, but he also doesn't spare African American people from his deranged mentality.
I still can't fanboys on the planet Earth.
Well, I spent about $600 on the graphic card, so I can't really talk.
They will defend Nintendo no matter what wrongs they do, right? They will defend Nintendo.
Philip's general target of racism is Asian, and most commonly people from China, but he also doesn't spare African American people from his deranged mentality.
I still can't steal from this vending machine.
What the fuck?
The viewers under his videos lashed out at Philip for his hateful and insane attitude. But Philip doesn't really
He is
care
a
what
fucking
others
racist.
think. This is disgusting. The fact that you find this even the slightest bit funny is not only detestable, but it's also a show of your immaturity, due to the fact that to you, if you don't find this funny, you're racially sensitive and don't have a sense of humor. That's simply bullshit. I've never been subscribed to you, and because of this, I will never subscribe to you. Thanks for sharing your humor with everyone. Now grow some f***ing respect. DSP sounds like high school all over again. Racist, idiotic, loud, annoying. As a Chinese man, I've never wanted to kick someone in the balls so hard before this video. And then he had the...
Fuck, I think my jokes on my main channel is just sexual and fuck. If for everyone, I was playing trying to get all the then with Resident Evil 9. And when Leon got like tied up with the boss talking, what, you came here for me or the lady? And you can see a scar down his neck. I just say, I came here for. I hear. I said, I hear you gave the best sloppy toppies. Look, I make jokes like that.
God.
And I think the only you could probably see it, but I make it with even zombies when it make noise. When I don't know what the person's saying, I just make up words or basically make a word or this.
Audacity to claim that he had never been a racist.
I make it
with
with every fucking
particularly
thing.
hate about me,
I
whether
can't
said
understand.
that I hated Minecraft years ago, or I made a supposedly racist comment, even though I've never done anything racist in my entire life.
But instead of owning up to it, he pulled one of the most ridiculous moves ever. He made a video explaining why he's allowed to make racist jokes. But if people mock him for his gout, suddenly that's crossing the line. The hypocrisy is so loud it's almost funny. Almost. And it wasn't just Blip.tv that had enough of Philip, Twitch did too. He didn't just get banned once or twice. It happened over and over again. Clearly, platforms are catching on to the kind of person he really is.
So I guess they didn't ban me from Twitch, but apparently I'm being kicked out of the partnership program with no explanation. That's what it looks like.
By now, throwing hate at Philip doesn't even feel wrong. It feels completely justified.
I like the hawk statue.
Goes out of his way to say and do things that piss people off. And instead of being embarrassed, he seems to love it. Every time people stack up reasons for why DSP is so hateful, Philip doesn't take it as criticism. He takes it as free publicity because it gives him more clout and exposure. After getting banned from Blip.tv, Philip was once again stuck in the loop of financial strain. But this time he had no other way to cope with the strain. So he had no option other than to wait. In early 2011, Philip received an offer from Machinima, a video entertainment network, to partner with them and to earn money from his gameplay videos. With Machinima placing ads under their brand, just like AdSense, Philip's income started to rise quickly.
I was partnered with a company,
I hear he make like he make it right now over 100,000, but I hear he was making close to $1 million a year.
MCN,
third million.
Partnership networks on YouTube called Machinima. And I partnered with Machinima way back when, in early 2011. This was at a time when very few YouTubers were monetizing gameplay videos. In fact, at that time, it was a very tumultuous time where the gaming videos on YouTube were very popular.
Give me a second, guys. Yeah.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm prepared to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat, but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're and they are just a mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It's
Sorry about that, my guys. For reason, oh well, my clock said that hour difference. I'm looking at the cool. I have the time on the cool with Zobo, and it's saying at 10, but close to 12.
Popular. His income had begun flourishing.
Give me a second.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're and they are just a mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well. And I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're and they are just a mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well, and I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to
I fix it, you guys. But still, wait a second.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.
Honestly, what are we even watching? This is the definition of brain rot. Why am I even here?
Ugh, what disgusting cows, literally.
Nobody's perfect, I agree. But pride can hurt you and others as well, and I do not like suffering because of others' stupidity. Do you? I didn't think so.
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power.
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention.
I just switched my cool to something else because it still wouldn't say.
To the point that he decided to extend his presence further on YouTube. In 2010, he launched a new channel named DSP Gaming. There, he would upload his game playthroughs and post livestream archives.
For 6 years, and it's funny because when I partnered with Machinima back in 2011, they were actually known as one of the major heavy-hitting partnership companies on YouTube. They were one of those pioneering companies that allowed gamers for the first time to put advertisements on their video gameplay and make money doing it. So they were huge.
His rising fame boosted his visibility and confidence on YouTube. Naturally, this also brought out his hostile side in gameplay. During online competitions, Philip would often lash at his
He
opponents
seemed
in the
like he
game,
is a big
adding another
asshole.
item to the list of why a DSP is so hateful.
He doesn't know. He's a button pusher. He only knows how to do lag pattern. Is he still located in Seatown? Otherwise, so once I neutralized that and didn't let him cut in, he couldn't do anything.
Whenever he played a game against someone online, his behavior followed the same pattern. Win or lose, he couldn't resist berating his opponents. If he won, he would flaunt what many called his empty talent. But if he lost, the rage would take over. He'd lash out and accuse his opponent of using some secret trick that supposedly explained their victory.
So he's saying reason why he lost, he sucks. Reason why he's lost, not because he sucked, because they is cheating. So
Are you kidding me? Can't block level 3 super because of the lag.
Yet despite claiming to be a professional player, his behavior tells a different story.
that really show you how fucking
rage quitting. Not only when he loses, but even when things aren't going his way.
Fucking
or when his
how
viewer count
sucky he
doesn't rise
is.
like he wants. Philip has rage quitted over 100 games for different reasons, but mostly because of his failures at winning them, blaming the poor design, control, and enemy tactics. There is, however, one more reason. In one instance, he didn't want to give his detractors another set of videos to make their "This is how you don't play" series.
This is how you don't play.
How many games did I rage quit? I literally did second win and the game said, "Oh, you."
This intense online persona didn't stop at gaming. In 2011, Philip expanded his presence by creating a separate YouTube channel named The King of Hate HD, which he used for content other than game playthroughs. On the channel, he would post a number of things, including
Alright,
series like
I'm gonna-
DSP Tries It, Ask the King, Project 7, Personal Rants, and
Lean
Poorly
back.
Cooking with the King.
My neck is bugging
What's
me.
up, everyone? It's DSP, and today I'm trying something totally different. It's called food reviews.
DSP Tries It was one of the most notable series on his vlog channel. In this series, he posted reviews on junk food and other unhealthy items like different flavors of Mountain Dew. His food reviews were so annoying that viewers had to listen to his loud chewing. On top of that, they had to put up with his unnecessary comments about the food. The very first episode of DSP Tries, it came in October 2010, when Philip reviewed Burger King's ciabatta sandwich. Since this was during the period he still had his AdSense account, he was making decent money just by sitting in front of a camera and eating fast food.
Holy fuck. Oh, goddamn. Stop smacking.
The hash browns have
I don't like when my woman do
odd
it.
kind of a seasoning to them. They actually taste different than other hash browns that I've had. Let me have one more.
Another one of his side projects was Poorly Cooking with the King. While this
But
series
she
did
got a
gain
big ass.
attention, it wasn't always for the right reasons. Viewers often criticized Philip for his careless handling of
So
food,
I let that
questionable
slide.
hygiene, and his off-putting tone. Unlike his other projects, this one didn't last long. It ran for only 9 episodes. The first episode showed him attempting to make a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
I'm going to whip up a couple of express mode bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, which include 6 pieces of white bread, bacon, obviously. This is hardwood smoked bacon. Eggs, these are jumbo-sized white eggs.
And in the same first episode, Philip messed up big
Jumbo?
time. After cooking bacon in the fry pan, he discarded the leftover burning hot oil in his toilet.
Oh, that's
The
stupid.
most common thing that people do, I'm going to be honest with you, they either pour it down their kitchen sink, which is a bad move because the kitchen sink clogs all the time, or the other thing that I see people do, which I'm going to do.
What if you have a garbage explode, so I'm not clean it out big time.
Because unfortunately, there's nothing
Especially
else
if
I
it
can do
water
with
it down.
this is going to go down the pooper. So, yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
The
That'd
viewers
be
under the
stupid.
video shared their opinions. One of them commented, barefoot. Walks into bathroom to pour grease down toilet. Walks back into kitchen. Drops bread on floor with bathroom foot residue. Eats floor bread. His other series, Project 7, featured his 2 friends, John Rambo and Howard. This series leaned heavily on action, comedy, and gaming parodies. While some viewers found it a little cringeworthy, many considered it a decent start. It was made on the suggestions given by Machinima and Philip's fans, and he really wanted to pull something out of the ordinary for his audience. Philip also reportedly put a lot of effort into those videos, which of course turned out good for his channel. Honestly, this was one of the best positive things that's happened to Philip's career down the road.
I just farted.
Man, I can't believe I'm still playing this shitty game after all of this time.
That's right, DSP. I've trapped you here, and you'll be playing that shitty game forever.
This series was short-lived as well, but it was shorter than Poorly Cooking with the King. It had only 4 episodes, although Philip had shown trailers teasing more episodes, but those episodes never made it to the platform.
No time. Took you 2 damn years to get here, and now we're out of time. John, pull the rope.
What'd you get me into here?
Rambo, what are you doing up there? Pull us out.
What do I pay you for? Oh crap, I gotta go.
Oh, fuck.
The reason behind Project 7's abrupt end didn't come to light until 2015. It was when
That's
Philip's
like
former
fucking,
friends, John Rambo and Howard,
what kids
released
make.
a 1.5-hour expose about how the series had really been made. The video was so critical that it had turned Philip into a laughingstock. It quickly became a PR nightmare for him, and he had to get it removed.
When I get upset, how do I manage my emotions? What I do is I immediately just start lashing out at everything and everyone around me. For example, during
That's
the
you.
stream, when I was so upset about the fact that the game was degrading into a pile of dog, and I had liked it so much at the beginning, and then on top of that, I had a slow contributions night, I immediately turned and lashed out at my viewers.
I think Duty say it would get him talking.
Never
He
would have
would tell
existed
the
if
truth.
Philip hadn't poked at his former friends in the first place. When fans began asking if he had cut ties with John and Howard, Philip responded with smug confidence, claiming that real men don't hesitate in talking out their issues. He framed the fallout as their jealousy, painting himself as the victim.
You
and John Rambo? Did you have a falling out? Is it because you two were far away? I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Thank you. The bottom line is this. If anything actually happened behind the scenes with John or Howard or whatever happened with the people back in Connecticut, right, who I used to do stuff with all the time, it's 100% on their end, and it was never actually brought to my attention at all. He doesn't ever write me. He doesn't call me. He doesn't text me. Nothing. And I did try
He don't do
actively to
nothing.
contact him and talk to him over the course of the year, and basically
You sound like a
I heard
fucking bitch.
nothing whatsoever from John Rambo at all since then.
He would often make several passive-aggressive comments about them in
You
his vlogs.
sound like a
He would
bitch.
also imply that both John and Howard were ungrateful and unreliable, something that his fans saw as manipulative and deflective.
Some idiot in stream chat says, you know, you can't just say something's not true. You have to present evidence when everyone's been right about everything in the past. When everyone's been right about everything in the past, really. Let's just go through all the list of the insane, stupid that they say about me on a daily basis that's completely wrong. You're an idiot. Just because you believe it doesn't make it true.
But what John and Howard told the viewers completely blew off Philip's cover, reducing him to a sore spot. Project 7's backbone, editing, and storyboarding were managed by Philip's childhood friends, Andre and Paul, who also had a YouTube channel, Respect the Pact of their own. The most interesting part is that Andre and Paul came up with this Project 7 idea. They only shortlisted Philip to be part of it. This was because he wanted to try new content, and maybe because he was a face many people wanted to see on screen.
Started to fall apart, and what was basically happening
John
was
Rambo and Howell.
these guys were working 50, 60 hours a week on getting it edited to try to pump it out with these unrealistic timelines. So naturally what's going to happen is people are just going to get burnt out.
50 hours?
Which ended up happening. Couple
fuck.
that with the fact, and again, we don't want to talk too much about it, but couple that with the fact with money. You know,
Yeah.
These guys are
Money.
putting all this time and effort into
I
it.
know he
And what do
didn't
they
pay
get?
them.
Gugats. That's what they got.
At first, it seemed to them that Philip was coming from a genuine place, but it was never like that. Philip had always lied to everyone on the set of Project 7, disregarding everyone's personal struggles. The editing work was, of course, quite time-consuming and demanded effort, especially given that Andre was about to become a dad at the time. John suggested that Philip should compensate Andre and Paul for their hard work. Philip, in response, said he had already offered them money, but both of them rejected his offer. This was the worst lie that he told him, and it caught up with him.
I got bullshit on
John
that.
asked Paul and Andre if Philip had offered them compensation. It turned out he hadn't. Philip only wanted to keep the earnings from Project 7 to himself, exploiting his friends.
They feel like they're
Holy
not getting
fuck.
anything back. They're not getting credit. They're not getting, monetized things. Nothing. Okay. Something happened. Andre had basically a big life-changing thing. He's having a kid. Okay. Andre's gonna have a kid. So.
He gonna be a daddy.
They basically say, look, we can't do this anymore. We can't do the Project 7 anymore. It's just not, it's not worth our time, man. We got other stuff we got to do. So I had a conversation, like Howard said, I had a conversation with Phil. I said, listen, you have to make it worth their while, man. Throw them money. And I'm not saying throw them like thousands of dollars.
And that money didn't really go to any better cause either. Philip freely drained funds on nonsense. He spent thousands of dollars on expensive gamer collectibles, man-baby toys, Panasonic VRHD TV, and even a BMW, all while his friends paid for everyone during the production from their pockets. Philip never compensated any of them for their efforts or any money that they had invested in the series. But things get crazier when the fans complimented someone other than Philip.
He is a
He would make
douchebag.
comeback. For example, when the viewers praised John's performance in Project 7 and called it better than Philip's, he immediately took all the credit and claimed that the script and direction were from his side.
John Rambo, because I have no clue and I have no control over it. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He won't even respond. If I text him or call him, I don't get anything back. So from my situation, from my perspective, it's not even a relationship anymore. It's over, and it's 100% on him because I had nothing
He
to do.
sound like a
Unfortunately,
bitch.
that wasn't true. When John confronted Philip about his lies, he apologized.
He sounded like a
However,
chick.
John could see that Philip never meant it.
Wee.
Throughout their entire friendship, Philip had this recurring behavioral pattern. He would lie or mess up, only apologize once he was caught, and then repeat the behavior all over again. Eventually,
really
John and
sound
Howard
like a
reached their breaking
chick.
point. After years of putting up with Philip's
The
poor
fuck?
attitude and constant mistreatment, they realized he would never change or treat them with the same respect they had given him. That was when they finally cut ties with him for good.
Why he's even texting. And it's not even coherent. So you start wondering if the guy was, like, if he's been drinking and texting.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird. So basically I called John up, and John, you know,
Have it by
John
Tiger?
goes, yeah, he's texting me. It's really weird, and he keeps texting me, and I'm not responding back, and
What
you
the
know,
fuck?
and like when he texts, like he's sending these messages, like he does feel sorry on one end,
This
but
is
at the
some
but then he
weird
says
shit.
something that like later that contradicts it completely.
Then in 2020, Philip finally made a comeback video, addressing the fans' questions about Project 7's fallout. He claimed that he couldn't pay any of his friends because the revenue from Project 7 was already dropping, while the probability of it being true is less. Even if it were true, he could have been up.
So that is some fucking douche shit. I bet he makes so much. Well, actually, let us look this up. Alright, I'm on my main channel. Oh, 5 years. Oh. Well, I would do it later. A bit. Oh, yeah.
For now, you'll be.
Alright. Let's see. So, Kodo, Mio after 14 years. Alright. It looks like he's getting good. We have a lot of fucking trails. That's the whole fucking thing. Is it all? What the fuck? Okay, this is. I don't want.
Hey everyone, my name's DarkSydePhil, and I'm a Machinima partner.
Shut up. I was. Fine. Why I came up? Is it shield? Oh, that other people. No.
Hey everybody, it's DSP.
Let's just say the weather you're having. This is.
No, it's.
I don't fucking get it, bro.
No, there's no way. It can't be.
I think I saw the first fucking meal with gold somewhere, but I Alright, so I don't know, maybe he do private. I don't know. Right. History. Where is it? Right here.
He could have been upfront with his.
Alright, give me a second. Okay. So he was making for a video maybe between 600 and 1500. If a long one, probably more. So he was making fucking bank on that. So probably a couple 10,000, maybe more a month.
His friends back then. Instead, he kept them in the dark for nearly a decade. By now, you've probably assumed what DSP is really like. Whether it's with his friends or his fans, the pattern remains the same. And true to form, his other moments follow the same
like
pattern.
she happy.
During 2011 and 2012, Philip launched what he
I
called
know,
a giveaway
his
session
wife.
for his viewers. In the videos, he advertised and showed game-related items like collector's editions, autographed boxes, and rare merchandise.
Welcome to the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013. Alright, the very first item I'm giving away is Dave.
I think if I do good in like streaming and making video, I was thinking about giving away a PC.
Deus Ex Human Revolution's Collector's Edition contest. So let me show you what exactly that is. Okay, this is Deus Ex Human Revolution Collector's Edition. Comes with this very nifty collector's box.
But in reality, it was an illusion created by DSP, and his fans fell for it. In one of the many giveaways, Philip sent out empty game boxes to his fans with no game-related
That
items.
fucked up.
When confronted about this, Philip shamelessly doubled down. He argued that since the boxes were autographed by him, they already held enough value. And because the giveaways were completely free, his fans should simply be grateful for whatever they got.
Also, I answered a question at length about whether or not back in the day I actually used to give out empty boxes as rewards for contests. I am just learning of you from documentaries. So many questions. Please explain empty game boxes as prizes. Yes.
Around the same time, another major chapter in DSP's life began. Philip began taking an interest in one of the female gamers named Leanna Hangen, aka Panda Lee, in the YouTube gaming space. She was introduced to him through an online gaming session, and it didn't take long for them to start dating.
Welcome to the Week 3 drawing and the Week 2 announcement of the winner for the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013.
And if it is, it's your fault.
It's my fault.
She soon moved in with Philip in Washington in May 2014.
She
just like that, Leanna became his full-time
I
girlfriend.
look like she
At first,
happy.
the relationship blossomed and everything looked good, but it was soon revealed to Philip's audience that Leanna was no better than an opportunist. Leanna was a die-hard fan of The Sims, the game she would play all day long without getting bothered.
What's going on? And then Sunday, unfortunately, all of our furniture, it's not unfortunately, fortunately, all of our furniture is being delivered, so a big chunk of Sunday, I'm going to be busy. So really, full-time streaming, if all goes according to plan, we'll begin on Monday. However, on Monday,
Why are you making a video? Dude, me personally, I be fucking not making a video, I be making whoopee.
our car's being delivered.
But the worst thing about their relationship altogether was baffling. It was their age gap. Leanna was 18 at the time, while Philip was 29, which is a staggering 11 years difference. This made his audience question the intentions of Philip. And
Was she going to turn 19 when we met? Because, you know, I could be talking. So, was she 17 when we was talking? What the fuck? Yeah, I think he in like 10 years old, or that kind of fucked up.
Philip and Leanna had a father-daughter-like relationship on screen, perhaps due to their ridiculous age gap.
Okay, so due to Leanna's hard work today downstairs, the living room went from a huge mess of bins to this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our entire Blu-ray collection, alphabetized from start to finish.
The viewers had no...
Okay, I was gonna make a joke about, but if people see it like a follow, okay, that I don't even think I feel right making jokes about that.
Noticed that there was barely any affection between the couple in the videos, especially in the family vlogs. The ironic twist was that the couple would be spending their time at places where a parent would take their child, such as a zoo. Philip's viewers also noticed that Leanna was way more obnoxious than Philip himself. His playthroughs were already annoying enough for the viewers, but with his girlfriend inside them, they became way worse. During the playthroughs, Leanna would constantly yap, whine, and at times get into arguments with Philip, all during the game. If that wasn't enough, Philip also let Leanna moderate his Twitch chat.
I can't afford anything.
I
can get the ugly shotgun.
Yeah, you can afford it.
It says everything's locked for me.
I did play this game. This was the first Resident Evil game I played.
Yeah, but you see the XP.
See if you can watch even a few seconds of this shit without cringing at that noise. They don't have any chemistry together whatsoever. It was the same time when his videos stopped attracting views and began experiencing a downward spiral. Many of his most loyal fans pointed out what they believed to be the root cause: his girlfriend's constant presence in the background. They felt her interruptions ruined the flow of his playthroughs, and some even urged Philip to keep her out of his content altogether.
What are you guys doing?
Well, me and my friend probably would do that. Just fuck around.
Umbrella.
Oh god, don't think, Phil.
Come on.
This playthrough was good until you started singing.
Umbrella.
This is how we do it. Repeat. All personnel are to evacuate immediately. Oh, that's what she said.
That's when Philip's temper got the best of him, as usual. To him, it was unthinkable that anyone would dare question his skills.
Honestly, I think I could make so yeah, I think I could make a 5th channel, because I think my woman want to make some content, but me and her, I don't know.
Or point out flaws in his videos. Although the feedback was fair, he refused to listen. Instead, he lashed out and called his own fans idiots for daring to say such things.
Some people were saying, we don't like Pandali or her commentary. Don't do these games. So let me get this straight. In a choice between having an Assassin's
The hell was that?
Creed 3 playthrough, having WWE 13 Attitude Era playthrough, with Pandali commentary and mine, or not ever doing the games ever, you would choose not ever doing the games ever. Well, guess what? You're a f***ing idiot if that's what you said.
Why you can give people the time of day? Really?
Sent me comments like that.
One moment that primarily stood out was when Philip blocked one of his earliest fans, Evilage of 2010, after he criticized Leanna's involvement and labeled her as part of DSP's downfall. At first, Evilage didn't retaliate. He simply moved on, but the situation escalated when DSP later boasted about his Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough, claiming it had received overwhelming praise from his audience. Evilage 2010, in response, made a video named "This is How You Don't Play MSG2." This video was all about the comments posted by Philip's own fans, pointing out his mistakes and suggesting how he could do it better.
What? Oh, come on. You know what? This is f***ing mad annoying. I can tell the whole game's gonna be like this, too. Whatever.
And what started as a single video soon grew into something much larger. He went above and beyond, turning Metal Gear Solid 2 into a full series of This Is How You Don't Play. The format quickly spread to Philip's other playthroughs as well. Thousands of viewers watched many of them, likely detractors who enjoyed seeing his mistakes highlighted in such a brutal fashion. Soon enough, other creators began making similar How You Don't Play series on different games. They attracted the same amount of views, sometimes even more. The videos of how you don't play series would show Philip's terrible gameplay, awful commentary, racism, obnoxious burping, coupled with a continuous blame game. Philip wouldn't dare spare the game itself and the developers from his rage, all because of his failure and poor style of playing.
What? I was blocking. Didn't you see I was blocking?
Another thing people noticed about Philip's relationship with Leanna was how submissive
Sorry,
he acted
I had to
around
look
her.
up something.
Oh, I got a 20-bit cheer for Leanna being in here. And my stream just completely crashed again.
Oh, yeah. Give me a second. So I'm trying to look up what she look like now. Oh yeah. Let me wait here. So I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so let me do that. Let me get that. Let me no. Well, sorry. Now what does she look like now? Well, not bad. Oh, 12 years ago? Huh. Looks like she got some titties on her now. What the hell? Well, assume up in the picture. But is that what she looked like now? Not bad looking.
I don't know what's going on with my Twitch.
Viewers often pointed this out because it was the opposite of how rude and arrogant he usually behaved. It showed more clearly during his playthroughs with young women on screen. Philip would act awkwardly, almost like he was drooling over them. And for this reason, he didn't hold back from lashing out at his fans for berating Leanna. Instead of removing her from his playthroughs, he turned his chat to subs only. He shamefully claimed that the viewers were in the wrong, and not him or his girlfriend.
I guess people stalked my girlfriend's Twitter and made an inside joke about things being said on her Twitter That made no sense. I am super confused, and I have no idea why. That's hilarious because that just shows how and stupid the people are.
DSP also reportedly funded Leanna's soap or wax tart Etsy shop in 2015, which is now deleted. But that business never made any profit, and Leanna continued to live with him without doing anything to support him financially. But in November 2015, Leanna finally found a job at a local mall. This was likely after DSP pushed her to work because of his declining financial situation. His relationship took a turn in May 2017. During one of his live streams, Philip suddenly got a call from Leanna's workplace. She had suffered a panic attack and was taken to the hospital with paramedics. Philip quickly left and told his viewers that he had to attend a family emergency. Later, he uploaded a video explaining what had happened. But instead of focusing on Leanna's health, the video was mostly about him, how the situation affected him. A YouTube creator, L. Crimson King, made a mocking video about the whole thing.
So I go to the hospital, and I walk in to the front main area because I don't know where to go. I don't know if they brought her to emergency. I don't know if she's been if she's going to be admitted to the hospital. I don't know what's going on, how serious this whole situation is. I have no idea, okay?
And just after a month, Philip announced that Leanna had broken up even before he visited the ER after her panic attack. He also claimed that she had moved out of his place. After their breakup, Leanna began staying low, completely away from the public's eyes. Her Twitter and Instagram pages were deleted. Her YouTube channel was also deleted in 2019, and she never made a new one. According to the detractors, Leanna was the kind of girlfriend who mostly thought about herself and how to improve her own life. She didn't really help Philip with house chores or support him in any meaningful way. Instead, she leaned on him completely, trying to live off whatever he provided. Some people on forums went as far as to call her a gold digger, saying she used Philip just to land a contract with Machinima. One could be forgiven for assuming that she originally tried to use Phil to gain popularity for her own gaming channel, which did actually receive a Machinima partnership. However, it was clear that she was just your standard gold digger who would leave Phil as soon as he can no longer support her. Until then, she remains Phil's.
But at this point, I am tapped. I really don't have any money left. You know, my finances are flexed out. And, you know, we're probably not going to be doing any kind of home improvements until, I'd probably say until Christmas, because we do need a Christmas tree.
What?
Even Philip himself admitted that Leanna was only after his wealth, and once he experienced downfall, she left him.
Why? Because I'm with someone who actually loves me, right? This isn't someone who I met when I was at the height of my popularity. This wasn't someone who rode that wave of positivity, and then all of a sudden when things started to fall apart, realize this isn't what they wanted anymore. I've been there. Personally, I lived through it, all right? And I'm here to tell you, the woman who lives with me is the woman I want to be with for the rest of my life because she actually loves me.
Philip's blunt attitude had served him right. Yet it did
Talk
little
about
to harm him.
cats.
In the same era, Philip started having problems with his old gaming setup and wanted an upgrade. Some of his fans, who were supervised by a viewer named Overlord or PC Guy, offered to make him a custom gaming PC for $1,200. Philip agreed, sent the money, and the fans built and shipped him the new PC. At first, everything worked fine, but soon he began complaining about a lag and crashes. Instead of asking for help politely, he publicly trashed Overlord, accusing him of selling a lemon and making the PC unusable for gaming or streaming.
Come on, everyone.
What the fuck?
I, as you can see, have received my new PC, and what I want to do is unbox it. So this is my new PC. This was built by Chris and Teo, who are the original creators of my website, thekingofhate.com. You know, from time to time, there's a PC release that I might like to play. Like last year, I played StarCraft 2.
The funny thing is, Philip had already approved the parts list before the PC was even built, so he knew exactly what was going into it. When the fans offered to help fix his PC, he straight up denied, and instead chose to whine and rant about it in his videos. He later spent around $3,000 on another PC.
Fucking, I thought he was a douche, but god damn.
Last motherboard was very expensive, but it has a good chipset and everything in it. What's inside of this box? Holy shit. I don't know what any of this is. Look at this. I don't know what this is.
And if it wasn't already controversial enough for him, Philip managed to land
He probably
himself in one of
fucked
his
it
most
up.
infamous scandals. In 2016, he became the star of what's now remembered as his most humiliating moment. It happened during his so-called pre-stream segment before playing Uncharted 4. Philip forgot to turn off his webcam and ended up embarrassing himself. This incident further tarnished his name and channel, but this was only the beginning of his downfall. During the same year, Philip faced another setback.
Will he whack
the
off?
contract on which his whole income was dependent had been terminated by Machinima.
In front of
2012
kids?
was around, I believe, November, mid-November, late 2012.
Well, the kids
I got a call,
was
not
watching
an email,
him.
not a text, a call from Machinima, something very important we need to talk. Okay, called them up. Sorry, Phil. You know, I know we already canceled that bonus initiative from earlier this year that we mentioned. Now we have to renegotiate your contract for less money. And I was like, well, what the hell?
Philip or Machinima never explained why the contract ended, but anyone could tell that his channels were nosediving, views were shrinking, and the viral "This Is How You Don't Play" series from X-Fan Evil. AJ 2010 was shredding what little credibility he had left. On top of that, his constant racist outbursts and edgy rants probably made his content impossible for advertisers, and Machinima likely didn't want YouTube breathing down their necks.
Now, the reason I'm making this video is because after a 6-year partnership with Machinima, it was just about 1 month ago that I basically severed my ties with the company, and yeah, there was some little red tape I had to jump through there. I had to wait for the contracts that I had for my 2 YouTube channels, DSP Gaming and also KO Gaming.
After his removal from their network, Philip began ranting about how Machinima had fooled him and never given him any importance. He also accused them of not supporting or promoting him, basically ignoring the fact that his downfall was entirely his own doing. Philip shared other issues as well, like when he wanted perks like free games and travel expenses. He was left unheard. Machinima never bothered to respond to his requests clearly as they were supposed to.
In this video, and I know it's going to probably go long, I want to tell you about my experiences with Machinima over the years, all right? I can't disclose any specific contractual facts or figures. I can't tell you how much money I made with them or anything like that whatsoever. But I can speak in general terms,
Sorry, my woman.
all right? I can't give you numbers, but I can tell you about maybe certain things they did over the years that kept me with them, weird things that happened behind the scenes with staffing.
However, the real collapse started when Philip's money problems kicked in. Since Machinima had been his only paycheck, losing it left him completely broke. This subtly began his begging sessions, mentioning to his fans that he was in serious trouble and wanted their help in paying his bills.
So he fucked himself, and so he gonna beg his fans to help him get out. About get a job, my dude.
Because people like DSP Gaming. If you've never seen a DSP Gaming stream before, this guy is constantly begging for money. This guy's like, hey man, you know what? I gotta pay my bills. You know, I've got all these bills and I've got so much debt and blah 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 blah. And it's like, he makes it his fans' responsibility to pay his bills.
And of course, the fans eagerly threw their hard-earned cash at this clueless man-child. But did he use it wisely? Absolutely not. From
I bet
2017
he
to
bought
2020,
toys.
He blew cash left and right on pointless luxuries, making his fans furious.
So
How
toys.
people have actually been giving him money, which I can't believe. Well, I can believe. I've had conversations with DSP fanboys, so and his attitude to his fans, you know, how it is, despite the fact that they are giving him the money and he's reaching the targets.
The biggest slap in the face? He reportedly burned through more than $100,000 on a trash mobile game called WWE Champions. Fans who thought their donations were helping him survive quickly realized their money was just being thrown into a bottomless pit of virtual trading cards.
Sucks.
This information was leaked in 2021 when a detractor shared Philip's bank statement mentioning the amount of dollars he had spent on a petty mobile gaming app. He was in the game under the name, "They Call Me DSP." Philip's addiction to WWE Champions wasn't just a rumor. He even showed up on the list of players actively competing in contests and pouring money into the game.
I currently jump between 4 mobile games when I play mobile games, okay? I play Dragon.
Alright, let me fucking go on my phone, see what mobile game I play. On the, well, I don't even think of any mobile game I play. I got some games downloaded, but I really haven't touched them. Well, I was playing the Fish Eat Fish IO for a little while, but I got bored of that. Napoli, I never played. Oh, House Bowl I played. Last War I played. But none I've really played for a long time.
Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I play a Marvel video game called Marvel Future Fight. And I play a game called WWE Champions, which of all things, if you can believe it, is a WWE game that plays like Candy Crush.
His spending habits caught up
That
with him
sound
big time.
boring.
In January of 2020, Philip revealed to his audience that he was filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. He claimed he was drowning in thousands of dollars of debt and couldn't actually afford his bills anymore.
Alright, I'm going to end this. I did like an hour and a half. I might be like half done. So I might do this again, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, he seemed like a fucking douche. I mean, what the fuck? I'm gonna walk out and I'm probably gonna do, well, not on this channel, on again over here. Sky Bomb. Let me get my control on. But Pokemon Fire Red, Shiny only. I don't know what I want to get, but let me put this. Yep, mostly all I play on Nintendo is Pokemon. Okay, let me...
Let's take a look at situations where you see what happens when you don't swallow your pride. It swallows you. These people really think they're hot, and they are just a hot mess. Let's
Welcome to Loud Cow 101. I'm here to teach you about that prideful sin of talking big and thinking small. Keyboard dropping heat in the chat but never touching grass. Stay cool. Headset on, humility off. A loud cow thinks noise equals power. Real
Scroll long enough and you find them. The loud one who thinks volume equals charisma, the money flexer, the attention vacuum with a ring light, the living health code violation, the fake prank factory, the get rich now guru, the rage machine, and the guy who reacts to a video by barely staying awake. Different flavors, same feeling. Maybe let's log off.
Boo! You stink!
Are you serious? These people are insane.